Good morning. It's been a while since I've covered the show with Sevon on a travel day. Standy Randy already tuning in. I hate travel days. Yeah. There's the whole entire saying they have, you never sell the travel day, you sell the vacation. Don't sell the plane ride. Shit, that was bright. Good morning, y'all. How you doing? Corey, what's up? Elizabeth, hi. Good morning. Good morning. Jake Chapman, Triple B. I've got a conspiracy theory. What is it? Is it good? Did we land on the moon? Did we not land on the moon? Does Hiller actually know if Tia retired early? These are all the conspiracies that we need to know. It's early. Dude, it is early. Keeping it real, are you on the East Coast, the West Coast? Where are you? I can't remember. Early show, I like it. Yeah, we're walking and rolling. Hi, Heidi. Yes. Yes, it is. Covering for Savon. You guys know the rule. He's gone. I'm in. Glitton's will be here on Sunday morning. Jeffrey, what's up, man? Good morning. Kylie, hi. Justin, what's up? Kenneth, thanks for hanging out during all my lecture videos, the secret lecture videos. Souza, please don't cry on air. I'm going to cry. I'm going to do it. You know how sad I get. Maybe Sevon will just call in the whole time. I don't know. Wait. I like it's a travel. No, Stanley Randy, you don't like travel days. Also, wasn't there the whole thing with your Instagram? Didn't we find out there was an Instagram or something? I hate when men cry. So cringe. Don't cry. I've never cried. Have you guys been watching this dude? They call him the Sheriff of Baghdad. You know what I'm talking about? He was just recently on Joe Rogan, but he's been all over before that. Is that Paper Street? Of course it's Paper Street. Look, you could tell by the froth from the espresso. Yeah. All right, we got a bunch of cool little things I found on here. We're going to keep it the same way as the live call-in shows are. I'll bring stuff up. We'll react to it. Hunter Sheriff? No. Like they used to call him the Sheriff of Baghdad. Fuck, what was his name? I was just watching it last night. Was Savon still on when the tsunami warning came yesterday? Hi, Mike. What's up? Why does Hottie shop for clothing at Target? Dude, everybody shops for clothing at Target. You kidding me? Yes. Christopher, you got it. We aren't going to talk about the United Health CEO. Yeah, we are. All right, let's get your guys' take on this. Here's our first one. I went deep. I grabbed a bunch of these. Okay. Let's start with this. This is fun. What do you guys think? This is going to is this going to expose Andrew Hiller? Is this it? You know how there's no coincidences. How did he know? Okay. Here's Jenny from Dense Updates. If you guys haven't seen, this is the video that she uploaded earlier today. And here we go.
Anyone happen to catch this in Hiller's new video of the Katrin David's daughter retirement?
Where Fraser's out, Tia's gone, Froning is no longer competing. Everybody from that era is gone.
I don't remember Tia announcing her retirement. I don't remember Tia saying, I'm not going to compete in CrossFit Games anymore. But I just thought that was interesting. He threw that in there.
Very interesting, Jenny. Very interesting. I think it was just a slip. Could be just a slip. If we were to ask Andrew Hiller, he would say, there are no coincidences. I don't know. Tia retired. There you go. It's happened once. Hey, you know what's funny? I just thought about this right now. Is that Sean Woodland announced Tia's retirement, then she ended up not retiring. And then later they talk about Katrin's retirement before she announces her retirement in a video they forgot to cut. Her name is Dents, for fuck's sakes, not Jenny. Okay, Dents, whatever. It's Jenny, you know it. It's Jenny, you know it. So what do I think? Probably just a slip, but still fun to poke at it, right? Okay, who does this guy remind you of? Who does this? First off, this take is fucking horrendous. My chest is dense. It is, dude. I could see it all the way here from the US. Hello, Trish. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Your hog is dense. That ass is dense. All these things are true. Okay, who does this guy remind you of? Not, gotta wait. This is obviously Elon Musk, but here's the clip.
Elon Musk.
I think he's not a very good role model for men. I don't think living alone with none of your 12 children by 3 women with a loaded gun next to your bed is what men should aspire to. I think it's just sort of a Greek tragedy. I think he's going to move the world forward. But I think, quite frankly, being coarse and cruel and super into ketamine, I don't think that's something young men should aspire to. So should he be recognized for his achievements? Yes. I mean, seeing that rocket, that booster rocket captured on it as it's falling, that's just inspiring. But at the same time, should he also be held accountable? And should we be critical of him on the things where I don't think he's living up to his blessings? Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Isn't that funny how that was framed? It's like, so wait, back to Hillary. What do you want to, what about him? He knows that Tia's, you move too fast. Damn right. Like a freaking ninja. He knows that Tia's retiring. We figured it out. He's got a straight line to Tia. He made the video about her being pregnant and doing steroids and all that just as a cover up to build hype for her retirement announcement. How did he know? That's what I'm saying, Mike. How did he know? We don't know. Clock. Crude and cruel. Musk, what the fuck is he talking about? Exactly. Isn't that funny that that dude literally, that's Professor Galloway. I actually read like a lot of his stuff because sometimes, have you ever heard the term like hate follow? Like you follow somebody just so you can hate on their posts. That's what I do with Professor Galloway's books. I hate read them. Not actually hate read him. He's got a lot of great points, but he goes off the rails sometimes with shit like that. And it's funny because out of all the things you could talk about Elon Musk, he goes right to like the personal stuff that isn't even really typically in the mainstream public eye. He just goes right to like, oh yeah, well, he doesn't live with any of his 12 kids. Like, how the fuck do you know what he does? How much time how do you know how much time he spends with his kids? And then he makes the thing like sleeping with a loaded gun next to his bed. It's like, dude, that was a picture that he probably set up for Twitter. It's crazy. Hillary and Shane are having an affair. Wouldn't be the only truffle that won the CrossFit Games. I can't remember what's public and what's not these days. Hillary and Shane are having a side relationship. No. Tia knows. She knows. Susie, good morning. Welcome. Yeah, so anyways, I just thought it was interesting that Professor Galloway dude, it's like out of all the things you could say about Elon Musk, like listen to this recap. And then he throws in, oh yeah, he's pushing the world forward.
Musk.
I think he's not a very good role model for men. I don't think living alone with none of your 12 children by...
How the fuck do you know that? The 3 women, okay, sure, you know that, but like living alone with none of your 12, and then they find this like picture of him on the other side of the Pope with his family all spaced out. Like that picture has to be taken that way. You can't touch the fucking Pope. You're not going to get in together and do a Sears family photo where he's on his knees with his hands like this. The fuck? Why would you, when you pick that photo? Disappointed in Cody Sanchez for posting
3 women with a loaded gun next to your bed is what men should aspire to. I think it's just sort of a Greek tragedy.
Sleeping with a loaded gun next to your bed? I bet you Jake Chapman, Mike Cassidy, they probably sleep with loaded guns next to their bed too. Elon has a lot of kids because a woman wanted his sperm brain. Wait, I'm surprised at how made you get. Well, what do you expect that you wouldn't want to wreck your little brother's happiness? Huh? Wait, what are you talking about, Trish? So I went down to her dad's bakery and she said, I'm going to go outside to take a break and smoke a cigarette. Oh, so I drove to Springfield in my wife's new car and went and had a drink at my buddy's old bar. Shit, yeah. Okay. I miss family photos at Kmart. Damn. Jake Chapman, I am a loaded gun. See? Is Anita next to his bed? He stays ready, son. Loaded gun next to my bed. Exactly. Yeah. I don't even know what that. Thanks for the story, Trish. That was amazing. Fake Trish mixed up her meds again. Okay. Yeah. Troy Martin. I keep one close to mine at all times. I don't get that. Sleeping with a loaded gun next to your bed is what? Okay, here we go. We'll finish this one.
I think he's going to move the world forward. But
I think he's going to move the world forward.
I think, quite frankly, being coarse and cruel and super into ketamine, I don't think that's something young men should aspire to. So should he be...
Yeah, well, Professor G never fucked with the Special K, huh?
recognized for his achievements? Yes. I mean, seeing that rocket, that booster rocket captured on it as it's falling, that's just inspiring. But at the same time,
we should make sure that he doesn't sleep with a loaded gun next to his bed. And I'm going to be closely monitoring how much time he spends with his children and family. What the fuck? Let's look under the rock you live in, Professor G, and fucking point out all the things that you've done and haven't done. Okay. So by this time, you guys have probably heard, for sure you've heard about it. The United Health CEO. And I'm not going to show the video on here because who knows? We already have a strike on the channel. I'm not risking shit in terms of that. But I'm sure you guys have watched the video. What were your thoughts on the dude that shot him? Like, when I first watched it, homeboy looked like a freaking hired assassin. And not a hitman, too stupid. Why do you say that? Why is he too stupid? There's a certain amount of calmness, and this is what I'm going to relate this to painting on a wall, but bear with me. And typically when you would go out and like paint something in the public streets of San Francisco, and you go there with somebody who's new, they freak the fuck out when they're painting and there's people around or watching. Like, they can't get their head to stop focusing on other things around them and to focus on what it is that they're trying to accomplish. And when I watch the dude that shot the guy walks up so freaking calmly, and there's a woman right to his right, like sitting outside of the building, and he just does exactly what he needs to do. The gun jams. He unjams the gun, stays on top of him, makes sure that the job is done, and then walks off. So, like, I don't know if he's like necessarily a hitman or not, but I'm just saying the ability to stay that focused. I mean, can you imagine the adrenaline rush? Like, think about sitting there outside of this fucking hotel, and they were saying that guy might have been there for hours, like overnight and shit. And you're just like waiting. And all of a sudden you see him. Like, I bet you his adrenaline went through the roof. So to get yourself to calm down that much, walk across the street, aim that gun and fire and do it in that way, like it looks like he had been exposed to that type of situation before. And again, relating it to a bunch of knuckleheads painting on a wall, like I've gone out with guys before that are freaked out, like a light goes on the wall that you're painting and they like stop and hit the ground, or they run away, or they can't even focus enough to start to do it because they're just looking around at people walking by or somebody coming up the street, and they're way too focused on what's happening around them. And so if I've seen people freak out with that, this isn't nearly that situation at all. I would imagine that you would have to have some sort of exposure to an event like that in order to stay that calm. And then the second thing that's crazy is he wrote on the shell casings that he left there. So he fired 3 shots into that dude, and each one of those shell casings had something written on them. It wasn't a jam. There was a supersonic rounds that don't cycle. I don't know enough about guns to know if you're completely making that up or not. I have to refer to Jake Chapman, where I get all my manly advice. Souza to start the morning. Hell yeah. Hey, Colt, what's up? Welcome to the show. Gun was suppressed. Yeah. Which is so weird because guns are so illegal in New York. How did he get that? How did he get that? We need stricter gun laws. How do you get a suppressor? That's so illegal. We need stricter gun laws. Harley last. Number 1, Pro would have been 1 shot. Would it though? I mean, think about even like top tier operators fucking double tap everybody. Is it 1 shot? If you're paid to have somebody hit and your job is to make sure they do not speak again, You might need more than one shot, even if you get the one shot. Most likely a 22 cal, notorious for jamming, especially with suppressors. I have no idea. Pro would have walked up close point blank to minimize collateral. It was pretty close, wasn't it? Standy Randy, definitely not a pro. He shot him in the leg. Fair enough. Look at how he walks. Who, the assassin? Pro wouldn't have written on the shell casings. Yeah. The experts convinced me it wasn't professional. The one exception, he said, is if there was a time and urgency and he was being paid a high fee to get it done fast. I don't know, dude. How fast do you think you could go from airsoft to jizzed? Think he was one of those like airsoft? Tinfoil hat time. Tinfoil mat time. Damn, you're good. Damn, you're good. Crossfat. Okay. So KFC Barstool reports. Here's like the whole deal. It's the whole conspiracy behind it. All right, here we go.
Full update on everything you need to know about the United Healthcare CEO assassination 24 hours later. First off, the 3 bullet casings found at the scene had the words deny, defend, and depose inscribed on the bullet casings, which I didn't even think was possible. When I first heard the news, I was like, there's no way that's true. This is like straight out of a bad movie. Play on the phrase delay, deny, defend, which is the phrase that people use about the insurance company about how they fuck people over. Obviously, he was sending a message. Then there was this dude, Riley, who went viral saying that he thinks he knows where the assassin is because he analyzed all of the information on city bikes in the area and narrowed it down. People went wild for that, but it was quickly debunked that he did not use a city bike because you'd have to be the dumbest fucking assassin in the world if you did that. Next up, the police released a picture of a potential second suspect with his mask down, and 2 things happened. Number one, that guy Riley, who went viral saying, I know where the assassin is, people immediately said, you know what, that picture actually kind of looks like you, dude. Personally, I think they're just 2 white guys who both have good jawlines. And secondly, the overwhelming reaction from people on the internet and on Twitter was how hot this potential suspect is. I mean, that's all people are talking about. Just absolutely deplorable. Continuing the theme of the internet being absolutely shitty, someone also created a meme coin in honor of the assassin. And last, but maybe most important, Brian Thompson was about to be investigated by the DOJ for insider trading after exercising $15 million in stock options 2 weeks before antitrust news went public. That could mean a million different things, but when you're about to be investigated by the DOJ and then you end up dead, something is suspicious. And finally, there are a ton of people who are celebrating the fact that this guy got assassinated. And I know that the insurance industry is far from perfect, and there's a lot of people who got fucked over. But if you are celebrating a guy getting murdered, you suck. Here's a full.
Yeah, we definitely saw a lot of that. Did you guys see the comments that came in? I felt bad for the poor dude's family. Jonathan, what's up, dude? Hey, are you at the Broken Science event? Are you snapping photos? David Weed, the gunman, was his gay lover. Shit, yeah, that could have been that definitely could have been true. That would have been a crazy twist of shit. Also, when you think about the that dude, the assassin that shot that CEO, and then you think about the assassination attempt on Trump, isn't it kind of interesting that they got these like quasi-professional? Like some people are like, there's no way that dude was a professional, and then they're like, but how did he miss the shot? Like he was set up to do it by the deep state. And then you have this person who is like, there's kind of an argument going back and forth of like, was he a professional hitman or was it just some dude that like trained in his mom's basement? Brady, Souza just adds and takes away random words from the chat he reads. That is 100% true. Dude, Brady, when I was reading the articles from Glassman and was converting those articles into audio versions, I would go back and like re-listen because I was trying to hit everything verbatim. And obviously the way that Greg writes and speaks is very different than the way that I speak. And so I would have to go back and re-listen to it. And I would have dropped words out or added words in that I didn't even, it was like such a subconscious deal. Like I didn't even realize it was happening. Crossfat, Brady, it always cracks me up. Thank you. I hope you guys get a kick out of it. Oh man, I think I'm going. I got some family stuff going on, so waiting on those details first. Okay, right on. Oh, yes, hardly last. Okay, so let's go to this dude's channel real quick. We're gonna go a little bit off script from the CEO thing. I went to his stuff and there was like, was there one specific video? There was like a lot of different training videos. Souza literally skipped every in Brady's comment. Oh yeah, like a Pelosi's husband's gay lover situation. Dang. Do we feel bad when one of the most shady industries loses its highly paid leader? I know. I get what you're saying. And when I think about him with that label like that, no, not necessarily, because you have to think about all the medical debt and hardships and stuff like that that came as a result from United Health. But at the same time, I think about his kids and his wife and shit. You know, it's almost like the kids and the wife is like how I view all the members at my gym. Like they're not really like pervy to all the crazy stuff that's happening in the CrossFit ecosystem, but I'm really at like the forefront of being critical or like talking about it. And there's like this weird disconnect between my members and what's happening in the CrossFit ecosystem at large. So if randomly I was just murked because of my opinions on CrossFit, the members would be deeply saddened and not really aware of the totality of the situation. God, that was such a bad analogy. Yes, it was CrossFit. Yes, it was. CrossFit is stealing your dreams. Don't be swayed by the title. I think it's a little clickbait, but this dude has his L1 and makes some good arguments. Yeah, and he had some good, like definitely some good points in his videos as well, too. Definitely some good points. I was cracking up yesterday when Savon was like, I'm so arrogant, I just sit here in silence and don't even care. Is Assassin for hire? I have a list. Okay, Fergie. Okay. Okay. I was gonna read Kipping It Reels comment, but we're not. I don't want to lose words. Okay, so since the this is another thing that's crazy too, because if you go to some of the like United Health or those other websites, like usually they have all their leadership like page. You go like about us, and you could see all the CEOs and the executives and all that shit, and it usually gives information on them. And all the major health insurance companies take down leadership pages following the murder of the United Healthcare CEO. Yeah, no shit. Do you think all of them beefed up their security too? Man, keep your head on a swivel, huh? Especially if your dealings in that realms. Oh, that's funny. They take their pages. Yeah. Are you going to Waza? I don't think so. I don't think we have any plans to do any Wadapalooza stuff this year. But I've said that before in the past, and then we've always scrambled and figured something out for that. But for this year, I don't think so. I don't think so. You guys want to see the worst prank in the world? And then we'll go back to some security stuff. I know Sevon probably showed you that dude that like gives away money or whatever. I wonder if any of you guys have seen this. Okay. So this is him getting a pair of Apple AirPods out of the locked container.
Do you mind if I just pay in the front? Sure. Okay, cool. But she fell for it, bro. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes. Would you mind being?
By the way, this is the origin story of Trish becoming a villain. This is the moment right here. You guys are watching.
In video?
No, that'd be fine.
All right, so pick a number between 1 and 10.
Let's say 7.
7? Well, it's your lucky day. You just won brand new AirPod Pros.
Wow, you're kidding me. Really?
Yeah.
Free?
Yeah.
Why?
You won. Nothing, you won.
How come?
You win. Have a good one. Have a good one.
Thank you.
That's screwed up. Every time I see one of those, or pretty much anything on the internet, the first thing I think of is, was that real? Did they stage that? Was that old lady in on it? And then I think, shit, am I turning into David Weed, who also believes nothing on the internet is real? I'm posting from jail. Jenny, good morning. I played your clip earlier of Hiller saying Tia retired. And we're spinning up conspiracy theories that he already knows. He knows something we don't know. And they're going to make a video together. It's going to be nuts. Have you seen Bear from Born Primitive giving veterans money to relieve their debt? No, I didn't. Did I read every single word in the chat that time? Her name is not Jenny. Poor Trish. Wait, where'd Elizabeth's comment? Poor Trish. I know. Now you guys know. Now you guys know. See, he knows everything exactly. There are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. All right, you guys want to learn a little bit something about California? The lovely state I live in. Pay my taxes. Born and raised. Okay. You have to put this in the chat first. What do you think California's #1 most dangerous city is? Preferably no. Okay, Elizabeth, you could weigh in then. What do you think California's most dangerous city is? LA? Well, that's a big blanket. You got to go more specific, Cole, if you do that. Fresno, good guess. Gilroy. Gilroy, Compton, Bakersfield. Bakersfield, good guess. Bakersfield, Stockton. Yeah, Steven knows what's up. Oakland, good guess, Adam. Okay. Tenderloin. Word Trish is. Yeah, not a city, but agreed. Super fucking sketch. There's a whole Instagram page I follow dedicated to what's happening in the Tenderloin. And lucky for you guys, I found some of the best stuff. So we'll play it before I leave. Santa Cruz. Now where the baddest man in California lives. But what's the worst city? Okay. Let me bring it up here. We'll watch this. I prefer ribeye. I bet you do. I bet you do. Look at that ribeye. You know what I mean? She likes it marbled.
Place to live in California. At number 10 is Sacramento, has high rates of violent and property crime, including robberies and assaults. Number 9 is Bakersfield, faces a rising crime rate, especially for property crimes and aggravated assaults. Number 8 takes us to Fresno, reports above average crime rates, especially in property crimes and some violent incidents. Number 7 is Modesto, deals with high levels of property crime and occasional violent offenses. Number 6 is Vallejo, has high crime rates, particularly in property crimes and assaults. Number 5 takes us to Richmond, faces issues with violent crime, including shootings and assaults. Number 4 is Compton, continues to deal with gang-related violence and high crime rates. Number 3 is San Bernardino, known for high rates of property crime and violent offenses. Number 2 takes us to Stockton, faces high levels of violent crime.
In number 1 is Trish. Souza is trauma dumping on us. Damn right I am. It's official that it's an Insta video. Thank you. Exactly. Why do we look up crime statistics and go through any 3-letter agencies when we have an Instagram reel? You know what I mean? Livermore, Olivia, you guessed it. Modesto was Scott Peterson killed his pregnant wife. Yep. It's also where my mom was born. Richmond is in Virginia. Damn, I got like half these. Yeah, you did. Oaktown number 1. Marbled the fuck. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jonathan? Here we go.
Particularly homicides, robberies, and assaults. And finally, at number 1, it is Oakland. Consistently ranks high for violent crimes, especially aggravated assaults and robberies. What is the most dangerous place to live in?
Oakland. Yeah, Oaktown. It's fucking crazy in Oakland. East Oakland. If you guys want to go down the rabbit hole of the East Oakland thing, there's tons of people in the recent last 2 years or something that just started going down there and filming YouTube stuff. And so they'll go into the suburbs and things just off International Boulevard or just some sketchy fucking places in Oakland. And majority of the cops and stuff in those neighborhoods, fire doesn't go into a lot of those neighborhoods. Fire and ambulance don't go into a lot of those neighborhoods. And they haven't in a while. And they will if the call is big enough and they have a police escort. Talking to a lot of the Oakland fire guys, they're just yeah, there's just some neighborhoods that are listed as too much of a high risk for them to go to. meaning there was some sort of call. So they show up down by like East Oakland. Yeah, shit around the Coliseum. Yep, that's it. Like San Leandro Boulevard, like 104th, 150th, like right around that whole area. And they won't go to some of the medical calls unless there's some sort of police escort or that there's some sort of police in the area, because they've gone to them before and either they've been shot at, like some of the ambulances have been like shot at trying to go there. They've been blocked from going into places. Like it's just too dangerous. It's too much of a high risk. So they basically don't go into East Oakland. And a lot of the calls, like if you call the cops in East Oakland and you report like a robbery or some shit, like they won't show up. And if you report some sort of like shooting and other things, you're going to have like some massive delay on if the cops even get there or not. It's fucking insane. It's always been pretty bad, but it's really bad. And the shitty, like not shitty, the crazy thing about it is that like West Oakland, Lake Merritt, like downtown Oakland, it's like still bringing in a ton of like young people and money and shit. It's so weird how like that city is so segregated, because you go to Piedmont, which is technically part of like Oakland and Oakland Hills, and it's like a whole different world. And then you go down and you go across the 580 freeway down towards 880 where International is and stuff, and all of a sudden it's just like terrible. Shithole. Why is it always the east side, like East LA, East Oakland? Hell, New Orleans East mostly is on fire. Good question. Go down the rabbit hole of that. Why is it always got to be East? All right, so continuing on with our California exploration here, you guys are now going to learn what it's like to be a day in the life of a San Francisco tech bro. This is how actual most people live here. It's going to be very exciting for you.
Life of a San Francisco tech bro. The Web3 startup you co-founded was acquired, and you and the boys pitched in to rent a historic Victorian house in West Oakland. The family you displaced left it in rough shape, but at $5,600 per month, it's a steal. Even though you live next to the BART station, you understand that public transit is for the poors and get in your Tesla. Excited for your next opportunity, this time as a prompt engineer for Plant GPT, the AI personal assistant for succulents. You've timed your commute perfectly to catch that 30-minute window midday when there isn't gridlock traffic for miles. You blast through the toll gates, knowing that as long as you don't buy a fast track, you never have to pay the $7 to cross. At 1:45 p.m., you clock in for work, ready to change the world. 3:15 rolls around and you're finally free again. You're so glad they installed these EV lanes on the Embarcadero. It really speeds things up. You hit up your favorite locals-only hangout and run into your old pal Colma. He's been down on his luck ever since you laid him off. You tell him that although you didn't vote for the guy, maybe Trump will turn the economy around. You matched with a baddie on Hinge and it's time for your date. You're so excited to show her this amazing Mexican place right on the beach in Pacifica. Their cheesy potato tacos hella slap. You send her a DM telling her you're almost there. She replies, I totally forgot. I've got pickleball lessons, and blocks you. You take the long way home to clear your head. Out of the blue, you get a Slack from your manager, Chad. Your request to work remotely has been approved. You're so glad you can leave this crime-infested hellhole and move to Stockton, where you can have more space to work on your drop-shipping side hustle. You've achieved the promise of the American dream. Day in
Basically every single person that was in the Bay Area. I'm late, but it's just Matt. Yeah, hence why it says Souza's fucking show on the title. Jesus criminy. Hella slap. Yeah, you don't know? You don't know? Actually, it's I'd rather watch Sevi crying again. Oh, now it comes out, doesn't it, Jake? Now it comes out. Those areas are the furthest away from the coast, which tends to be more upscale. Okay. Souza's basically telling us not to move to Cali. Yeah, don't move here. I don't even know if you could get into California anymore. It's like signing up to being fucking... Souza being mean to the chat is so cringe. Oh no, Heidi, is it being mean? Oh man, it's so cringe. Heidi saying one positive thing ever would be a fucking miracle, wouldn't it? She's gone dark on us. Okay. Best hour of their day. This is from a podcast, Daniel Chaffee. Here's saying cringe is cringe. That's right. It's one of the words we leave behind Heidi's at Target. Oh, yeah. What's up for this tsunami thing? I don't know. There was a massive fucking warning yesterday. Everybody's phone went off at the exact same time. And then nothing. Like, that was pretty much it. There wasn't anything that, never heard anything after that. Like, even people that were in the areas that were supposed to be affected by it, like, nothing happened. Which is a good thing. I guess that beats the alternative, right? Fuck. Fergie, don't pick on Heidi. She put Ken on blast and it was hilarious. Okay. Do we like Best Hour or not? I like him. Yeah, no issue. I just want to play this clip because I feel like it was fine. Thanks, Christine Young. I was just joking with you. You know what it was? It was my own insecurity when I'm on at this hour because everybody comes here for Savon, and here I am. And then so anything that makes me feel insecure as it's just me and not Savon here, I just freak out. I get mad. You know what I'm saying? Trauma dumping, as Tris would say. Heidi loves High Rocks now. It's okay. We still welcome her. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody comes here, Savon, and here we are. Oh shit! It's only At least you're honest. Yeah, I try to be. Jenny, please do one and share your time. Thank you. Heidi can give it, but not take it. I don't know. I don't think Heidi gets. I don't think she cares that much. I think she just throws in a comment. I would not be surprised if in between whatever Heidi's doing at work, she just throws in a comment that knows is going to trigger us, and then just puts her phone away and like finishes what she's doing, and then comes back into the show 10 minutes later and has no idea what we even reacted to her comment. Like she just throws in a fucking hand grenade and walks out of the room. That's how I envision it. Oh yeah, Souza is here. Is that better? Thank you, Judy. Jeez. Yes. For the record, I like you, Souza. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's true, babe. See, I knew it. Cutting the dog's nails or watching Souza. Yeah, it's a close back and forth. No. Were they the other ones that were left out there? You're up early. What are you doing? Do you want to say hi to the people on the internet? Okay. All right. Okay. Grace says hi. Okay. All right. Here we go. Best hour of the day, people. This is actually just a clip from their show, but I want to get your guys' take on Daniel Chaffee because I'm going to relate this to Pilates here in a minute. I'm going to relate this to Pilates. Savon is a 7. Souza is a 4. Yeah. I'll take it.
Look into a gym now, they do not look like they looked 10 or 15 years ago.
Correct.
They do not. And that is thanks to what happened in CrossFit.
Right.
That is thanks to all the level ones that are happening around the world. So pay your dues.
And you call it values, integrity, but
Right.
yeah, if you know if you're doing CrossFit, and if you're not paying an affiliate fee, your integrity is suspect.
Well, it's like, how you do something is how you do everything, right?
Right.
That's it. You walk into a gym now, they do not look like they looked 10 or 15 years ago.
Correct.
They do not. And that is thanks to what happened in CrossFit.
Right.
That is thanks to all the level ones that are happening around the world. So pay your dues.
And you call it values, integrity, but
Right.
yeah, if you know if you're doing CrossFit, and if
What do you guys think about that? What about that approach? It's just like Matt Burns a 4, at least a 4.5. Thank you. 0.5. 0.5 is good. No, how you do something is not how you do everything. I know. Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I don't like that sign either. How you do everything is how you do anything is how you do everything. No, I don't think so. What else? Heidi, I hate when people say that. Yeah, me too. CrossFit. By that logic, I shouldn't use my parents' Netflix login. I just don't like if it's coming down to the point where you're like, oh, well, if you're using CrossFit, you should be paying for it because if not, you're stealing. It's like that argument as a value proposition is tough. That's really tough. I don't think that's enough reason to sit and pay. It's almost like it's like a shaming. It's like a moral high ground. Like, oh, well, you better pay us because if you don't, you're a bad person.
If you're not paying an affiliate fee, your integrity is suspect.
Your integrity is suspect. If you're not paying an affiliate fee.
It's like, how you do something is how you do everything, right?
Right.
That's it. You walk into a gym now, they do not look like they looked 10 or 15 years ago.
Correct.
They do not. And that is thanks to what happened in CrossFit.
Right. And that is completely true about the gyms do not look like they used to, because now you have bumper plates, rigs, like all the type of stuff that CrossFit ushered into the fitness scene. But like, so what now? Because there's a transformation in the landscape of the fitness industry, like pay CrossFit for that transformation?
That is thanks to all the level ones that are happening around the world. So pay your dues.
And you call it values, integrity, but if you know if you're doing CrossFit, and if you're not paying an affiliate fee, your integrity is suspect.
Okay, so I found this thing from Pilates. There was a case where the Pilates, like a term for exercise method, is no longer trademarked. And so there was a guy named Sean Gallagher, the owner of a Pilates studios in Manhattan, claimed to own the trademark for Pilates in the late 90s. He even filed lawsuits against other studios and instructors to use the term. The court ruling in 2000, a U.S. district court ruled against Gallagher, saying that his Pilates is a generic term for an exercise method, similar to yoga or karate. The judge ordered the cancellation of the trademark. Impact of the ruling. So this is like the consequences that came from them no longer trademarking Pilates. Accessibility. The loss of the trademark made Pilates more accessible, allowing instructors to use the term freely and encouraging wider adoption of the method. Growth of the industry. This led to a surge in Pilates studios in teacher training programs, contributing to the growth of the Pilates industry as a whole. So interesting, right? Now you no longer have to pay for it. So now everybody could put it on their walls if they're doing the exercise method. So I thought that was pretty interesting that it actually grew more. And of course that would be the case, because if you think about it right now, the barrier to entry to now get your, or to have a CrossFit affiliate is pretty high, because you have to pay all the application fees and stuff. And I think that's somewhere around like $1,000 now. So you got to pay to apply and go through that whole thing. Then you have to have your L1, which is what, $1,200, I think it is, $1,200. Then you have to pay the affiliate fee, which is another $4,500. And then within that first year of opening your affiliate, you have to go get your L2, which is going to be another $1,200 or whatever it is. So if you think about it, it's like now the barrier to entry to do CrossFit is pretty high dollar-wise, as opposed to if there was no trademark on the name, like you didn't have to license it, it would actually grow quite significantly. And it wouldn't necessarily be that bad of a thing. I mean, it would strip the company of all its cash, of course. So you want to just get rid of affiliateship because it's such a strong revenue line. But if you could see out in the future and say like, oh shit, stuff like Pilates has happened, like, will we still hold on to this trademark 20 years from now? And should we pivot to just education and selling courses, which we know they're not going to do? But I just thought that that was interesting about the growth of the industry. So it led to a surge in Pilates studios and teaching training programs, contributing to the growth of Pilates industry as a whole. So it was actually better for Pilates. Variation in quality, because this is another argument that we need quality control in CrossFit, because the CrossFit up the gym is different than the CrossFit on the other side of town, and one's better and one's worse. One teaches and coaches and one doesn't. And that's always the case. But while we see an increase, while increased access is positive, it also led to variations in quality and authenticity of Pilates instruction. So what that means is, like, sure, they said Pilates, but some studios weren't doing it or they were doing it poorly. But that's no difference than it is right now with CrossFit. So I don't think that we would see this big change in quality of CrossFit gyms if anybody could throw it on their wall. Like, I think the people that are doing it would still do it. The people that don't pay affiliateship would obviously use it for marketing purposes. The people that are paying it would still continue to use it. But I don't think you would really see it plastered up on like an LA Fitness or, a Planet Fitness. Like, we have a CrossFit section. I don't know. I go to Pilates. Cool. That's cool. CrossFit. I don't think they're even saying that. They're saying constantly varied functional movement should cost you money, and that money should go to CrossFit. Damn. I see what you're saying there. You could even make a argument that is there even a need for a CrossFit HQ anymore? I don't know. Matt has a point. Pilates isn't dangerous in needing a union. Heidi, he's trying to justify his business, which is to tell affiliate owners to charge members more every year. Is that the business? I think I would just follow Broken Science and Metfix, read up on CrossFit methodology from the L1 manual, watch movement videos on YouTube, and open a functional fitness gym in my backyard. Yeah, then make it a part of a Broken Science and do a Metfix thing and reap the reward of that being published. I mean, Broken Science at its heart is a publishing company, so the media and everything that'll continue to come out of that in the years to come will be a lot, especially because of Emily's relationship with Robert Kennedy. I pay a fee to Level Method. I simply can't afford to. Fair enough. Fair enough. Souza, have you ever bathed your wife? Yeah, I think so. Not due to injury or anything like that. Souza's about to get his ass kicked by Chase. I'm trying to ride the cancel clip. You know what I mean? So he'll write something about me and say, get out. Okay, current situation. This is the Pilates thing still. There's no governing body. There's no single organization regulating Pilates instruction or certification. Diverse approaches. Various schools and approaches to Pilates exist, ranging from classical to contemporary interpretations. Wouldn't that be funny if there was more of a competitive side of CrossFit? Not. Almost like that happens already. Now, consumer responsibility. It is crucial for those interested in Pilates to research instructors in studios to ensure they align with their needs and preferences. No shit, pretty much like everything you buy. Should always research. Great, you guys are gonna make fun of the way I said that. You guys, you should always like look into what you're buying, research it, figure out if it's the best, if it's the right fit for you. Souza, so you're dropping your affiliation or what? That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think this year, but this may be the last one. I did the Thunder Bro shoulder session today. Was good. I still haven't seen that video that Hiller made yet. I got to check that out. Souza Fit. Yeah. Okay. Is there a Pilates competition? Technically, $4,500 question. Yeah, it is. It is. When Hiller makes an hour long video, I just cannot even get it started. It's hard to commit to an hour long video. His are great though. He obviously holds attention a lot. All right, one more, and then I gotta take off to go coach the 8 a.m. class. Let's see, what are we going to end this with? Teacher cop? Some of these I label and I can't fucking even remember what they are. Oh shit. This one's crazy. We can't end on this one because there'll be too much discussion about it. Oh, here we go. All right, we're going to end on something deep and partly troubling. Might hit a little too close to home for some of you guys. 30 breaths for time. That's right. 30 breaths for time. All right, here we go. Little girl or boy raised by a narcissist.
The child of a narcissistic parent learns early that love is conditional. They quickly understand they'll only be loved for what they do, not who they are. They sense their parent cannot meet their emotional needs, so they learn to perform, excelling in sports, academics, or becoming their parents' confidant and emotional support. The child abandons their true self, morphing into whatever version their highly critical and opinionated parent deems worthy. Without a genuine sense of self, they become addicted to external validation. This creates a lifetime pattern of people-pleasing and self-betrayal. The relationships turn transactional, always based on what they can provide for others. Deep within lies a profound sense of betrayal. They were loved, yes, but unconsciously used by the most significant person in their world. The anxiety, anger, and pain remain buried until they're finally ready to acknowledge these wounds.
Oh yeah, so deep and so giving. Okay, CK Kevin, I take that back. Souza is a 3, not a 4. Bummer. I was really hoping for that 4 status. CK probably had narcissistic parents. Peace out, y'all.